And hello, and we're back. Um, the much delayed, probably necessarily, much delayed session 12. Very likely the finale of Reign of Discordia Arc Tangent, where our glorious heroes are off doing fantastic things. The player characters, on the other hand, um, you left hero at about session 2. Um,
Keep over, we're
currently,
not that slow. 0.2 character gen.
you're currently in Opagra, where you had went to church. You had went to flying lessons via jetpack. Samara decided that torture by condiment was a very good idea. Mustard in the eyes and curry up the pipe, and was seriously considering hacking off one of the guy's hands and replacing it with his manhood.
Yeah, you went seriously brutal.
That's dark. Wow.
You were there.
Did I have a bad day at work that night?
I have no idea.
Oh, Tyrell's lost sound.
Lost sound. Sound.
That means we can talk crap about him.
Yep, we can talk crap about him.
One time at band camp, Bill popped his cherry.
Oh God. God help us all. It started already.
Oh, come on, it's the finale.
Time at band camp, Phil sucked off Pablo Escobar.
I bet it's those blooming headphones that were.
It's the Bluetooth headphones. It's always the Bluetooth headphones. But
they're not Bluetooth. They've got cable.
You're muted.
Oh, they got cable.
Phil.
I think he knows.
Yeah, I've got you back.
Oh, okay. Stop talking shit about you now.
So,
I have confession to make. It was entirely me.
You all left the church in various ways. Samara, you left complete with the father because you wanted to because you wanted to discuss things in a bit more intimate setting, like your kitchen, where you were condimenting him to death.
Okay.
Phil took off in a different direction, but doubled back.
He got a taxi back.
He got a taxi back, so that he could search, and he did find a PDA and the memory card of a smashed phone, and he was bringing it to the ship.
Yeah.
Joey went jetpacking after the bodyguards who were driving on their way to try and intercept Samara.
Mm-hmm.
You shot at the driver, not enough to kill him, but enough to make sure he lost control of the vehicle. And you both arrived, Joey and Tyrell had arrived back at the ship with Samara having, seasoned him well.
Is that tea's ready then? Is it?
His goose was well cooked, and just as you were sort of banging on the door to be let in, because Samara had put all the emergency locks on the door so no one could disturb her while she was cooking, you heard sirens heading towards the hangar.
That's right.
And that is where we left it, and that is where we're going to pick back up. So Terrell and Joey, you are still outside the ship. Samara, you are inside the ship, and you can hear some banging from the outside with Joey saying, today, please.
Have I broken this guy yet, or is he close to breaking?
Remember, you've been you had that inhibitor on him.
Yeah.
You were putting the neural inhibitor on him, doing all kinds of nasty shit to him, and taking it off, so all the pain hit him at once.
Oh, nice.
Because you know you're a sort of gentle soul that way.
Yeah. Obviously.
But you hadn't quite broken him in yet, basically because he was, as I've said before, you're dealing with extremists and true believers.
Mm-hmm.
But you can hear, as to use an old term, you can hear a knocking without.
Yeah, but if I let them in, they'll stop me. So I need to break this guy. Gosh, see, I'm so not up to speed with where I was at. What was it, 6 weeks ago, whenever it was when we last played?
Yeah. Wow.
Excuse me. I guess. All right. Let me just quickly take the head restraint off for a moment and see where he's currently at.
Motherfucker!
I can make it all go away with an anesthetic, but you need to talk.
He would look at you, but if you recall, you did replace his eyes with mustard powder.
Fuck! I was having a really bad day at work when that happened.
You were. Shall we say you were dealing with some issues?
Yeah, sounds that way.
After corporation, it just it all kind of blends in. But the last arctangent will fall. You will all die.
Oh, don't be silly. I'm far too good a cook for that.
There will be no survivors on Dantoga. Dantoga.
What planet are we on?
Apagara.
Oh,
that's okay. Sorry. What? So Arctangent is going to fall, and everyone on Dantoga will die. Why?
No, the arctangent will cause the fall
of Dogtanian, and why?
I ought to take a conviction point off you on general principle for naming that god awful fucking show.
That whatever it was, yeah. But why?
It is the last domino to fall. Once this region plunges into war, we will lead the survivors in joyous peace.
Okay.
The death of millions to save billions.
One more question to save your soul. What is Arctangent?
It is the joining of lines. It is the joining of two parts of the whole in a way not usually seen.
Okay, but what is Arctangent?
It is the plan.
Yes, but what is it?
To take all enemies against one another, to restoke every hatred. And from that war, we shall reign peace.
So, what's causing the fall on Dog whatever?
You're really going for the no convictions. There will be an attack. We have ensured that ships from the Earth Defense Force will be spotted leading the attack. We will plunge this whole region into war. As we have done already, it is the last domino. No one will trust each other after this.
And final question: what is your name? And what group do you represent?
That's a very good question. My name is Valance. Martin Valance.
The group name.
I'm just trying to find it in my notes.
It's the Brotherhood of whatever it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I keep wanting to say the Brotherhood of the Cruciform Sword, but it's not.
No.
They're not. The Brotherhood of Eternity Salvation.
There we go. Because I believe I was broadcasting all this, wasn't I?
Yes, you were.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I put the restraint back on and I open up the door to let them in.
Yeah, hurry up. We're going to get
Oh,
some,
about time.
we're going to get some visitors pretty soon.
Oh, sorry. I was just taking care of the one we've already got.
You can
What's
hear
that
very
smell?
loud sirens as they're starting to come into the hangar.
Mm-hmm.
Get the door shut.
Yeah. Do so behind them.
I'm going to run to the bridge and get the ship ready to take off.
Crew of that ship, do not take off. Open the doors and prepare to be boarded. You are under arrest on suspicion of kidnapping, destruction of church property, and attempted murder.
I'd look out the window. How many guns they got?
You count at least 30 officers.
Okay, but like how many guns that can harm our ship?
Technically none.
Ah, there we go. So we'll
I say
Tyrell.
technically none because the guns would certainly not do anything against your ship's shields. However, a couple of quick shots up the engine and you're going nowhere. So technically none.
Okay.
Oh,
Depends where the
finish you on first then.
Tyrell, should we point the turrets at them? Oh no, hang on. That's the job of
That's
Jelly
me.
and
That's
yeah.
me.
Yeah. And we have a second turret, don't we? So should I
Yeah.
get in one? Okay, I'll get in one.
I'll get the shield charged and ready to put on as well.
We
what are
we must insist that you do not fire your engines. Please do not what's the right word? Cease and desist. It doesn't sound
Do
right.
not cease and desist. Sounds like a cue to go to me.
We can't cease and desist. We haven't done anything yet.
What we're doing with your seasoned priest? What the actual fuck have you done to him?
I seasoned and desisted him.
Where is that mustard in his eyes?
That's mustard in place of eyes. He actually has no eyeballs. You did remove them.
I know, but Joey's
They're on
not
the
gone that
kitchen table.
close yet.
Just get in a turret and point them at the nice police officer men.
If any of them go back towards the engines, that's our cue to.
Yeah, definitely.
You can see that there's movement towards the back.
Okay, I'll put a few warning shots ahead of those people that are moving toward the back.
Give me a roll, please. Whoever's rolling, roll.
I rolled 12. I assume I've got -4. But I am aiming to miss, so it's a question of what gets hit.
See, this is the law of this is the something I learned very early on in mathematics. That adding a positive is the same as subtracting a negative. So not having the skill, not having a good skill in Starship gunnery and attempting to miss and not doing well on the roll.
Shouldn't we be letting Joey do this?
Joey is kind of gobsmacked by what's happened, and he's kind of stunned as to what to actually do.
I found myself thinking in the interim, in the 6 weeks or so, given the torture devices used by Samara in this case, what people actually mean now by a seasoned adventurer. And does he pass mustard?
Oh.
Will do when I've replaced his bloodstream.
What with mayonnaise?
No, mustard. Yeah, it's got to pass mustard. Anyway, yes, I aimed to miss and I missed.
Okay.
They fire quickly, don't they? It's quite incredible recoil.
Right. As you're firing, and not firing particularly great, the only nice thing you can honestly say is you fired in such a way that you definitely didn't hit any of the police officers.
Mm-hmm.
You did, however, take one of the legs off the ship nearest to you.
Well, they can't chase us.
You're going to make it for the police officers.
It's slightly lilting. Please stop shooting at us. We're the police.
Pew.
They have no respect for authority whatsoever. I'll tell you now, whenever I get a package, I'm going with a different company.
We're registered at the moment as the St. Peter.
That's true.
Was it St. Peter or the Telstar?
I think it was the Telstar because
Yeah.
we couldn't help but go with the music. Right.
Okay, well, I'll start pre-flight. And
okay. It's up to you if you want to do a quick takeoff or whether you want to take the time, take a round or two to actually set the computer up, or whether you just want to shoot the engines and just go for it. The difference will be how difficult the roll needs to be to get out for taking off.
I take it we're not going to burn down this planet.
It's not the plan.
No. So we just need to get up into the air. I suppose we need to do it fairly quickly before they can call in some sort of air cover. But we'll go quick.
Yeah, if Joey took a turret, it would be a little more reassuring to take our time because then we could stop people getting around the back. But I'm not a very good aim. I'm tempted to just hold this fire button down and just point generally in the direction behind the ship.
I don't think this hangar could survive.
Well, that would get them moving, wouldn't it? I'll do that.
Oh, fuck. Joey, what are you doing in all of this?
Well, I was gonna ask Samara if she was intending to take this guy with us or just kind of throw him out.
I hadn't really made plans.
Perhaps we should try talking to them.
Oh, I
Yeah.
already broadcasted everything the priest said. They should get the orders to stand down soon, hopefully. Unless the police are part of the Brotherhood. Which is
Well,
also
somebody in
likely.
charge might be. There only needs to be one guy at the top.
Oh, right. I'll see if I can shoot him.
A little precision shooting.
Looking for the police officer with the biggest epaulette.
Oh. I will. Yeah, I'm going to try and take off, but not kill everybody in the immediate vicinity.
Give a piloting roll, please.
I'm spending conviction on that. That's not good. Okay, that's better. So that is that'll be 21 to 23.
Right. Okay. You can immediately shove the sublight engines on, and take off. Please desist from flying. There, right. We're gonna have to get that. We. I suppose. Right. You reckon you might have a few moments before, air support, depending on where air support is coming from.
I will go straight up then. Just
Straight
head for space.
Okay, VTOL. All right. Up you go.
Okay, once we're clear of the hangar, I'm going to get out of the gunnery pod and go up to the cockpit and let Tyrell know where I think we might need to go. Is this dog kennel planet, whatever it was? Because that's where the next attack is going to take place, and they're going to make it look like the EDF are at the front of the pack.
Mhm.
So now it might be the real EDF, in which case they'll have stood down, one hopes, based on the broadcast. But if it's a group that's just faking EDF, we need to stop them. Meanwhile, I'd better go and heal this vicar before Joey cries.
I'll try and find that planet based on the detailed information just given to me.
Dog and nail or something. Right. And then I shall actually then perform xenosurgery on this priest and try and put him back together.
Okay.
I even put his eyes back in. After cleaning out the mustard.
Just to spice things up. Okay. I will need a medical roll for you then. If you're
Yeah.
going to try and reattach.
I have Xenomedic and a lot of medicine skill. So Xenomedic is the feat.
Yeah.
Do I use a conviction?
Yes.
Nah, 16.
Okay. You attach them. They are. He can see. In inverted commas.
Oh, there we go.
Which would be great if he had inverted commas, but he actually have eyes, which doesn't really help him. But yeah, he can just about see.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Now your vision will come back in a couple of weeks and some additional surgery.
What do you intend to do with me?
Well, I'll probably throw you out the airlock, but I don't know. It's not entirely up to me now, and sadly, I've got the opinions of a crustacean to consider.
Nothing to do with me being a crustacean. It's me having a better moral compass.
It was necessary to garner the information required to save the universe. He's an evil man. He's killed millions.
Yeah, but why mustard?
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't know you were so attached to it. I'll get you another packet.
That's Joey's favourite condiment, is it?
Might be.
That'll be a twist.
And today's torture segment has been sponsored by Coleman's.
Hmm.
And apparently, given that you're considering exchanging his blood for mayonnaise, it's also being partly sponsored by Hellman's as well. Lots of mans.
I may not have made all the right decisions, but I was by myself and in a rush to accomplish what needed to be done, and it was all I knew how to do. And I knew I could put him back again afterwards.
Just about.
Well, the little squishy shape on the eye will recover in time.
We have the
He'll heal.
technology. We can rebuild him.
Yeah, just take him to a med station and he'd be fine.
The 6
If you
million
keep him that
credit
long.
man.
Oh, we could get him cybernetic eyes. Don't hate me. You're looking at me like my ex-husband used to before we broke up.
Hey, I'm no insect.
What are you calling an insect?
I'm saying I don't look like your ex-husband.
I would not give him the credit of the status of insect.
You have blasted. You are now outside the atmosphere. Bless you. And again.
Okay, can we scan to see if there's any ships approaching us?
Give me a scan. Give me a computer roll, please. Scanning. No life forms available.
Scanning. That's a 22.
Not in the immediate vicinity in space, but your transmitter has picked up that a transmission has now been sent to the EDF, who do patrol this region.
Right.
You're near enough Earth that you're within their patrol. So the Earth Defense Force have been notified.
I'll pass it on to Joey that we might need to watch out for Earth ships.
Yeah. Although, just give me a sec, and Joey takes the butt of his gun and smashes it against this priest's face. That's better.
Tyrell, I think it might actually have been the mustard Joey was concerned about.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a cut above the eye now.
I'll put the restraining thing back on the priest.
Okay.
I'm just reintroducing some familiarity.
Oh, I see.
Now I'm
Are
going to
you
go to
ready?
the turret.
Okay, Joey. Are you feeling okay? Can I get you anything? A cup of tea, perhaps? I'll make you a cup of tea.
With mustard.
Mustard and ham sandwich.
Yes, I could do a mustard and ham sandwich. I could toast it for you.
Ooh. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Intership politics and diplomacy, handled by
Well, the
mustard and
diplomat.
ham toasty.
And a cup of tea.
If this toasty and tea in the turret later kills us, I shall be most aggravated. But I will make them and bring them to Joey. And then, of course, I'll bring Tyrell a cup of tea and then start massaging his feet. We're in
Okay.
flight, after all. Captain's got to be looked after.
Tyrell, just remember that you did not come back to the ship empty-handed.
Oh
Yep.
no! Yes, in all the excitement, I completely forgot.
You want the
When
mustard.
Samara brings up the cup of tea, I've got his PDA and SIM card I found at the church.
Oh,
So you
All
might be able
right.
to pull some information off of that.
I'll get right on it. I will try to do so.
Okay.
Does need to
The-
cut your foot massage short, though. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The PDA is password protected.
Uh-huh.
If you would give me a computer brew, please.
Okay. That I will use conviction on.
Remember, if it rolls below 10, add 10 to it.
It was so 23.
Okay, you break through the password fairly easily.
Small
un-
boys. It is priests. Zero for the O. Got ya.
So much for me using a manic minor joke later on. Anyway. The unpassworded area, as I said in the last session, was standard church business. The passworded stuff, the hidden files, is very much the sort of personal views. Most of it is just his sort of personal rantings, putting them down almost in a diary note form. But you do find a couple of messages. From Valence to Carsmire. Where he mentions the last roll of the dice, the last arc tangent. And it's not quite what he told you.
Uh-huh.
everything he told you about there being an imminent attack on Dantoga, all of that is there. It's writ. But that's the blind. The idea is to send all the forces there, whilst the real attack is happening on the agricultural world of Jiran in the frontier systems.
Oh, right. Gotta head to Simon Le Bon as quick as you can. And I will broadcast that out on all frequencies. I'll try and, like, the message itself, the data, like I was doing before, I was broadcasting
Yeah.
and everything. I'll do it again, but this time, the message.
Presumably, if you've got his SIM card as well, we can actually send messages as him.
Oh, we could send an encrypted message, yes, because we've got the style of writing and everything. We could use AI to recreate his style of writing, because that's reliable.
Yeah, 'cause
It's
we can
got to
do
be
that.
more reliable. You can see the messages on the other side going, the fuck's he been smoking?
The Queen will be the flight commander of the... But if anyone's watching, reference to a weird AI thing that happened today. Right, so yeah, we'll attempt to do that. So let's see if we can crack this SIM card. What's that going to take?
Computer roll, please.
Okay. I'll use conviction. I'm getting through all my conviction at the start of the session, so later on we need to rely a lot on Joey. 21.
Yes, with my well-known
Okay.
hacking skills and diplomacy.
Yes, the SIM card does have Carsmile's number and a couple of other people as well. You recognize them from lists that you found. They're sort of low-level operatives inside various government and military establishments. People who have high enough clearance to get information, but low enough that they won't be seen.
Maybe we should broadcast this, or should we just try to actually disrupt things?
The plan for Jiran is very simple. It's an agricultural world. They're going to blitz it. Essentially, they've heard about this thing that happened on Fowler, where in fact it wasn't Fowler, it was Eseth. On Eseth, where this ship took off and then blasted its hyperdrive and sort of burned most of the atmosphere. And they've decided they're going to do that on this agricultural world, basically taking out most of the food supply, the food on that planet, which will plunge that entire region very quickly into starvation, because it's a major contributor to food for that entire frontier system.
Okay, I have a suggestion. We need to establish a long-range communication with that planet and suggest they put a 5 AU exclusion zone around themselves immediately whilst this crisis is unfolding.
Okay.
They can't let anything take off on the planet either, can they?
No. Not until we've identified the whereabouts of everyone on this list.
Yeah. So don't
So we
broadcast
need
the
to-
list at the moment, because we need
Don't
the list.
broadcast the list, yeah. We
Yeah.
need to actually isolate these people.
I just hope it's not going to be a big decoy.
Because... No, the decoy was the Doctanian planet.
Well,
It's
yeah,
going
but
to
I'm
Simon
talking
Le
about.
Bon.
I know, but I'm talking about a decoy of a decoy. I guess I'm just paranoid.
Oh, plans within plans within plans.
Yeah.
Would I do a thing like that?
I mean, Phil would.
Yes, you would. Yeah, Phil definitely would.
Would I? would I ever do something like that to you guys? Ever?
But would he have that in his secret notes? Because he'd already know that. He wouldn't actually try to be fooling himself in his private notes, would he?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping it's not all going to be a code word, is it?
I mean, he must have been assuming to do that. He must have been assuming that someone's going to nick his tablet at some point.
That's unlikely. No one expected us. We're like the Spanish Inquisition.
I was going to say, the moment you said that, I said, and the Spanish Inquisition comes, which, given that you're taking on the church, seems rather apt.
Yeah. Especially as we do it quite violently.
You do it quite violently.
Not with the comfy cushions.
So let's do that. Let's get them on long range comms.
Okay.
I will ask the communications officer who their chain of command is. We'll check it off the list. Check them all off the list.
Okay.
I mean, is it too late to get any more information out of your subject, or?
I mean, maybe, but we've got hard evidence right here. He'll just spin a yarn.
Right, just to give you the heads up with Jaran, it is a fascist dictatorship.
Oh, let them burn.
Notes this world is primarily inhabited by humans and is devoted to food production via traditional agro farms. One small trading town called Dusty Mains lies on the southern continent. Otherwise, the majority of the people here own massive farms where they grow crops and raise livestock. Basically, it's the Wild West planet side with one frontier town.
Does it have any redeeming qualities?
Yes, it feeds the majority of the populace in that entire system.
Is it anywhere near Talonite space?
It is actually. Well, realistically, yeah, because Frontier, the Frontier, if you look on the map, but there's to have it.
Yes.
Not anymore. Because it was many moons ago.
Jiran is damn near at the top.
Oh, there, the blue one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's quite close to you, Lara.
Okay, I got the map.
Jiran is right near the top.
Top
middle.
Yeah, I see it. It's not that close. It's near to whatever the orange border is. What's the orange border? Green.
I will let you know because I am a nice person. Okay, I'm not really, but you know. It is the Sangor system. Sangor.
I don't know what they are. What was...
I will let you know because I'm a nice person. Pacifists who treat each other as equals and try not to disturb the natural world around them.
Oh, I see what you mean. I rather meant what is the Orange Empire and the Green Empire on the star map?
The Orange Empire is the Sangorian.
Oh, so they're nice.
Yeah.
And they're going to go hungry and starve.
Well, not just that, the entirety of that frontier system, which which technically would include something that,
Well, it's just that because they're so nice, these people, they're not going to have that many guns. They're pacifists. So do we care?
just
Probably
just
should, shouldn't we?
just to
morally,
remind you that
Joey.
the frontier system just does include a small planet called Iseth.
Didn't we already kill that one?
Yeah, but it's in that whole area. Frontier system's rather big for this map. It's probably the biggest in terms of overall mass.
Yeah, but Giran's a long way from Iseth.
It is, but it feeds most of that. So, it's a big planet.
Mhm.
And it's literally,
Okay.
it's just food and farmland.
Well, yeah, but you see, with all the dead people in Iseth, it probably doesn't even need as many farms as it used to have.
Yes, but it rather needs.
Really?
Yes, but the plan is to take it all out. They're not just going for some. They're wanting to take it all.
We'll try. So we'll try getting them on long-range comms.
Yeah, I think we should try that at least.
Yeah. Get their chain of command. Make sure nobody in that chain of command is on the list. And then tell them to put an exclusion zone up.
Meanwhile, I want to keep a check on whether any ships are approaching us as well. We want to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, this is Dust Mains.
Who's talking to them?
Well, surely you are.
Okay. Yes, this is the... There is a genuine pause here whilst I look up. The Telstar. I don't know if you've heard our recent broadcasts regarding the unfolding galactic events. It seems that you are to be the epicenter. Could I take your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Cletus Barnes.
And I check the list. And I have a list of, well, assuming he's not on it.
No, he's not.
I have a list of traitors, and so what I'd like for you to do is give me your list of commanding officers up the chain, and I'm just going to check to see if anybody on my list of traitors is on your command list, and if it's all good, I will give you instructions as to what to do, and if not, we'll work out what to do together, okay?
Do you have clearance for this? Because that sounds like a mighty tall
Yes,
order.
I do.
Can I have your clearance number, please?
Alpha Charlie 729. I'm just making that up.
Hold on, I just gotta check the numbers.
It's a Talonite security code.
Oh, you're one of those talent. Yeah, right. Hold on, I just gotta cross check a few things here. My computer doesn't seem to be working properly. What can I say? I gotta go with something. And I'm just more thinking of the fact, I'm going with the fact that they're in the back of Beyond.
I'm just waiting to see if an Alabaman can work the computer.
I would like to apologize to the people of Alabama.
I don't care. None of them have got the internet. It's not going to matter. When are they going to see this?
Some of them might be living out of state.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I suppose I could just yeah. So cut a long story short, yes, one of the names on your list does appear. Sheriff Thomas Clark.
Here's what I need you to do, Cletus. We've got a matching name. I need you to take it above the person who's on my list. Are you able to do that for me, Cletus, to save your planet?
Well, heck yeah, I can do that to save a planet. But what's exactly going to happen? I mean, you know, the last thing that happened here was a gosh darn tornado.
Oh, they're going to detonate a ship's engines in your atmosphere to purge your atmosphere of oxygen.
And that's
Yeah,
bad, right?
The older type drives of some of the freighters. Yeah, it will mean you can't breathe and you'll all suffocate and die. And then
I'm going to say that that's bad. Hold on. I'm going to get the judge.
In fact, I have some personal experience of what happens in this circumstance, and I have to say it does seem to be a very painful way for people to go.
Are you leaving out the fact that the reason you happen to know that the person was is because you've caused it? Yeah, it doesn't sound too nice. Hold on, I'm going to talk to the judge. Can I call you back?
Yeah, sure. We'll see if we're still floating when you get back to us. Yeah.
Okay. This is just the mains out. Thank you. Have a nice day.
You have a nice day too, Cletus. Fucking imbecile.
Yeah,
So,
literally.
we're back to letting them die now, are we?
Right. So, what's the game plan? Because
we're going to speak to this judge.
Mhm.
We're going to try and stay alive from anyone pursuing us.
I suppose, seeing we've asked for some sort of like restrictive zone around it, we're not going to be able to go there ourselves.
Well, we're going to go there. I think we need to be on site. Because there's a weapon we've got that might help if we see in time.
Because it worked so well last time.
True. But it's an agricultural planet. How many space stations could they possibly have?
We've not got enough time to warn neighbouring planets, have we?
Well,
Get them on our side.
right. The rough game plan is they're about to attack this planet, so we save this planet. But then we get this list of names out there to people we can trust. This judge might even be a good starting point.
one last piece of information you have from his PDA regarding the attack on Jalara, the attack on Jiran. The ships are leaving from Jalara, which is not too far away from you. It's right on the northern border, just above Lato.
And we're at Lato, are we?
No, you're in Opagra.
In what? Sorry?
Opagra.
Opagra. Okay. So, Tyrell, is it possible for you to get onto an intercept course?
Yeah, hopefully. I'll try and lay in an intercept course if I can.
Okay. Computer roll, please. Navigation.
10.
I'll assist.
Okay.
That's a 20.
Okay. Yes, you reckon you can. It will take you about approximately 8 hours flight at full clip. But
We
you
don't
should
have
be able to intercept.
we don't have a name for the ship from this PDA, do we?
I so want to use this now. Fuck it, I'm going to use the name. I am going to say the name of the ship is the Cruciform Sword. Firstly, because I just want to use the name because I love that film so much. And secondly, it just sounds like a really badass name for a ship.
Okay, so let's intercept. We'll take it out in space. Then we've got to get this list to a senior enough person, and this judge seems like a good starting point. And he is above the level of corruption on his planet, so it would be a good person to give it to. That sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Joey
Okay.
agrees. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have
And I'm going to
his
call.
busted balance.
I'm going to call a quick break, and then we'll get into kicking ass.
Okay.
Okay.
5 minutes, guys. 5-10 minutes.
Hello.
Ooh.
Have you had the beers yet?
I haven't yet. No, actually, I've been saving them. Or I can just
When? Next Christmas?
No, I'll have them soon.
Very well.
Have you tried them before?
I've had the Beast of Bodmin one before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've not had that one.
It's a bit catty.
But it's not a cat.
You just, Beast of Bodmin is just whatever was lying around.
Oh, yeah.
I can't take credit for that pun. That's from The Lion King. Right.
Right.
Are you going full pelt?
Well, yeah, we're going to have to go as fast as we can.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to do in the 8 hours whilst you are going at, full throttle?
Well, I was going to say we should try and find out whether Samara's messages has any effect at all.
Hmm.
And I was going to say, is it possible to make alterations to the physiology of a crustacean so that instead of sticking together under high pressure, it sticks together under low pressure?
What are you trying to say?
I'm wondering, like, we don't know what ship we're going to come across, but we know we're about the weakest armed thing in the sky. So we probably need to do a boarding party.
I think she wants to send you outside.
I thought for some moment there you were just going to try and roll them into a ball and catapult them into the fucking ship.
You're not doing anything.
Okay.
I mean, I can breathe.
I mean, I suppose you could just wear a spacesuit. I just thought it might be more fun.
I'm sure I've worn a spacesuit before in this campaign.
Yeah, we did. We did all wear suits at one point when we stole the black box.
You did.
There we go then.
Now, I'm not saying it isn't possible without adaptation, but what if it gets damaged in the crossfire as you make your way across?
I am sure I can handle it, since that is my forte.
Is Samara,
much as
Samara your Christian name and your family name's Frankenstein or something?
As much as I love the notion, 8 hours to pull that sort of physiological change? No.
Well, anyway, we should flip our transponder over to the St. Peter's so they don't immediately recognise the Telstar as we come out of whatever warp speed, whatever.
Yeah. As answer to your question, you do start to pick up traffic that ships have started to maneuver towards Jiran by way of defense. Are you transmitting the origin where the Cruciform's sword is leaving from?
No. And the reason is we don't want to tip them off that we're going to try and intercept them en route. We're going to do it as we intercept them.
Okay.
Do we release the ship's name though, in case
Yes.
it gets away from us? Yeah.
But only once we've opened fire or got our boarding party across type thing. Like, I don't know exactly how we're going to do it, but I mean, I kind of suspect there's going to be a ramming involved and leaping across space in zero-G suits, and we should gear up when we get close.
We don't have a shuttle, do we?
No.
Wait. No.
We haven't got any grappling hooks or equivalent, have we?
If we just fly really close and jump.
No. Not on your life.
Right.
Wait.
I know.
Wait.
I know it works in action movies where the car is right behind the other vehicle and the hero jumps from the car to the back of the vehicle. I'm not quite sure that worked with spaceships, but
Side
willing
to
to
side,
try.
we'll pull up alongside. We'll do the Star Trek leap into darkness.
okay.
Or
What's the Star Trek leap?
Yeah,
Well,
this is a bit.
Kirk and Khan put on spacesuits and jetpacks through a debris-filled.
Oh, that's
from one
embarrassing. I've
ship to
actually
another.
seen that movie. Okay.
Benedict Cumbercumber. We could do, or we could just ram them, or apparently single shot their engines.
Either way, it seems like there's a lot of pressure involved,
Uh,
whether high or low.
So yes, ships are being massed towards Iran to provide some sort of protection.
hopefully with the 4AU exclusion zone.
The Earth Defense Force have decided that they are going to increase their patrols near the border. You reckon you're going to get through the border before they actually lock it up? Although it does mean that where you intercept, you're going to be quite close to the border, which means you're going to be quite close to where Earth defense ships are.
Reinforcements would be great.
Especially
They could
as you-
succeed where we failed and the campaign ended.
What are Earth Force looking for any particular ships that we've been using, or is it time for us to change our transponder again? Could you
Already.
make that box where you could swap, didn't you?
You haven't used the St. Peter though, have you?
We've not used the St. Peter before, so I've just switched to it.
Okay. So you're no longer the Telstar.
No longer the Telstar.
You are
We're
the
going to make
St.
one
Peter.
broadcast as if we are the Telstar very soon.
You are the St. Peter, the captain of which is Revan Durrell.
And I'm going to I'm going to use the familiar voice of my own voice from the previous transmissions to fake that we're the Telstar and say the target ship that is going to attack Duran is the Cruciform Sword. And we'll do that the moment hostilities start. But we need to get close to the Cruciform Sword and figure out what it is and how we're going to accomplish our goal of stopping it.
Okay. As you come out of warp, I'm going to roll a d20, and I'm going to be very generous with this d20.
Oh.
I know. In fact, I need to bring one thing up just so I can be clear as to where we are. Okay. So I'm going to roll this d20. And whichever number it is, that's going to indicate where you are in relation to the ship when you drop out of warp. And just to make things interesting, rather than just go 1 to 20, I'm going to do it as a dartboard, which is why I just went and looked for the image of a dartboard. Okay. That's not too bad, actually. I rolled a 7.
The dartboard just gives us a bearing, though.
Yeah, but that's where you are with relation. So you're behind it and to its
Port.
port.
Okay.
For those not looking at a dartboard.
And how far away? And what is it?
How far away? You're about maybe, say, 10,000 feet. What it is a battle cruiser.
Yeah, when we're not engaging that in space battle, we're going to have to board. I suggest we just ram it and climb through the wreckage.
If we get close, if we're being shot out of the
We're
sky,
in their wake. They don't know we're here yet.
And you are
just
behind
sail
it.
up, we'll just sail up the side of its engine plume at full speed.
You are behind it in case you wanted to do that situation with the shooting the shit out of its engines.
Yeah, we can do that.
That's why I wanted to make things interesting with the dartboard, just so it was
Uh-huh.
really random.
So, Joey?
Well, you're the ones who are, careering the ship. I just hope you two know what you're doing, but I'll be ready to board.
Well, you need to take out the engines. Wait, we all need to gear up. You need to shoot. Then you need to shoot the engines. Tyrell needs to crash the ship, and us to go aboard. And Tyrell follows as soon as he's out the pilot. Actually, he's probably going to be out the pilot seat because that's at the front of the ship, right? So you're not going to go in
Okay.
head fast. So yeah, shoot engines. No. Step 1, gear up. Step 2, shoot engines. Step 3, ram. Step 4, transfer ship.
Phase 3 profit.
yeah, I don't really like the idea of crashing the only ship we've got.
Would you like to engage in ship-to-ship combat against a battle cruiser?
No, obviously not. But
Would you like to do a boarding action against a battle cruiser?
no, not really.
Best out of
Pick
the two
one.
options. If I want some with Samara on this one.
So you are doing your ship-to-ship. Are you doing your ship-to-ship
Yeah.
communication now?
Yes, I'm gonna do. This is the Telstar broadcasting on all frequencies. The target ship that is about to attack Jiran is the Cruciform Sword. At least it'll be once we're geared up anyway. And that'll be the broadcast. Then we shoot, which is Joey's corner.
Okay.
So I'm just leaving this on autopilot then, am I?
Well, full throttle. With elastic band around the joystick.
We're going to have an elastic band around it.
Plastic band don't break.
Autopilot's the next model up. Just leave a brick on the throttle pedal.
Don't say there's people that Dusty Mains can't keep you guys a thing or two when it comes to starship piloting.
Okay, so now I've got to crash into this bigger ship then.
Right.
Joey's going to shoot.
Once I've shot the engine, yeah.
Joey, targeting the engine.
Hopefully.
Right. I will be exceptionally nice at this point. I am going to use the critical hit. So roll a 20 or roll close to it and you could do a lot of damage here with this engine.
Well, I rolled a 19.
Add all your bits and bobs for your.
That will be 23.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this will be interesting. Fuck me. Yeah, that did not go your way.
I thought you said you were going to be nice if you got 20 or close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only one slight problem. So did I.
Lies.
Sorry. Honestly, if it had just tipped a little more and rolled a 2, I would have let the ship blow up at that point because it would have been a pinpoint shot to the engine.
It was looking quite promising for a time.
Yes.
But it rolled a 20. I mean, it's you know, for its toughness saving, it's a glancing blow, guys. Sorry. You take another hit at it if you want.
Well, yeah, obviously, if there's time.
Yes. You get another 2 or 3 before it really starts maneuvering. It's a cruiser. It ain't moving fast.
No. And I'm going to do conviction.
Right.
Okay, that's a 19.
In total?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can see a little bit of a flicker on one of the engine pods, but nothing major. Sensors indicate that some of the rear guns are starting to heat up.
Is this thing made of titanium or something?
I'm doing really well on the toughness saving throws. I'm sorry.
I know. I was saying to the other two. I mean, I'm shooting square on at this thing, but it's barely taking any damage.
Give me a roll.
And the turrets are starting to turn. And that's another conviction.
Ouch.
That's another 19 in total.
Right. You see a few of the engine pods actually go out. It looks like a bit of a chain is happening.
Oh, good. Okay.
The ship is starting to slow quite significantly.
That should do it. Ram!
I hope so, because I haven't got time to do any more.
I can give you
get some
one more
mustard
shot. I'll give you
spread
one
across
more.
my
I'm going to be
characters.
really nice.
Thank you
I'll give you
so
one
much.
more shot before you're right tight up its arse.
Definitely a conviction.
Crikey.
That is a unnatural 20.
Okay. Okay. The rest of the engine starts firing off. You can see smoke sort of billowing out. The light of the engines start to flicker as they start to die. I'm going to do one more just for the sillies of it. Okay. Yeah. You see the turrets directly above the engines start. A couple of the other ones further up the ship are still turning, but the ones directly above the engines have went dead.
Well,
They've
that's where
went
we're
limp.
going in. Straight into the engine bay.
I'm going to ram from behind or grab the engines.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm going to apply war paint to my mandibles and head in the form of mustard.
At this point, you do hear static on the transmission. Unidentified ship attacking the cruciform sword. Identify yourself.
Does it sound like it's come from them, or
No.
there's no EDF or
You're sort of looking at the proximity alert, and there are small ships coming behind you. You count maybe 15 to 20.
oh,
Hmm.
so we might have got some help then.
Oh, Tyrell.
You're in the cabin by yourself. I'm in the kitchen doing war cries, getting ready to board.
Oh, I mean, I'll be on the bay as well by this point.
Okay.
Okay, I'll say we've changed from the Telstar, haven't we?
Yeah, for the
Yes,
third time.
technically our transponder is reading the St. Peter if you want to give what our transponder's reading. If you want to give what's been providing all the information against the Brotherhood, then say with the Telstar. If you want to get credits and women in a luxury hotel spa as a part of our reward for what we're about to do and have done, then give our real names. These are your choices, but it's on
I'll
you
say-
because you're there.
I'll say we're the Telstar. We're attempting to prevent a catastrophe on Duran.
Telstar. This is the Earth Defense Force. We have monitored the
Surprise,
cruciforms.
surprise.
We have monitored the cruciform sword and are heading to intercept. Are you able to reasonably join us in this exercise?
Oh, we're already there. We're about to try and take it out of flight now.
Negative. We have an update on the crew manifest. There's about 1,000 people inside.
Bollocks.
we've got a crustacean and a very large ant.
I can see it now. We've got a crustacean. We've got an oversized ant. We've got half a pack of cigarettes, a tank full of gas, and we're wearing sunglasses.
And a very broken vicar.
And a very broken vicar.
Well, I mean, are you gonna be able to catch these people? Because we're here now. We can actually take out the engines.
If you can succeed in taking out the engines, we should be able to take out the gun turrets.
Okay, we'll do that then.
I mean, we've kind of already got started with that, but okay.
So we'll crash into the ship.
No, you'll crash us into the ship. I'm just holding on for dear life.
Okay.
Yeah,
Give me a piloting roll, please.
piloting. Okay, 80. So that's an 18. So that's a 26 total.
Okay.
But I mean, it's crashing, so
It's not
Yeah.
sinking.
Right.
I've missed this whacking great battle cruiser.
Okay. I want you to listen to me very, very closely, Phil.
He will say this only once.
And I will say this only once.
Sorry.
Your bum is on a thistle. Greatest line from that show ever. Listen very carefully. I will say this only once. My bum is on a thistle. Your crashing into the ship has caused enough damage into the engine area. It is starting a chain reaction. You have two choices. Make the mother of all piloting rolls to get your ship out of there, or this is going to be the end of a very short campaign.
I'll try and get us out of here.
You need a good roll here.
Well, lucky I've got 3 conviction left.
Would some last minute backseat piloting help?
That's a natural 20.
You
When
did
it
Joey.
needed to happen.
Backseat piloting worked.
When it
Oh, well, I
needed
could
to
kiss
happen,
you.
it happened.
I think that's my only one of the game.
And when you needed it, right? You crash into it. You can see that there's going to be massive. The whole thing is chain reacting already. You hit the engines in full reverse, and literally, at the risk of sounding incredibly crude when I say this, you pull out at maximum velocity.
I'll get over the intercom with Joey. Don't bother getting out. We're leaving.
Yeah, I got that.
Are you hitting the engines?
In what way are we hitting the engines?
Are you hitting the engines to warp, or are you hitting the engines full on sublight? I'll explain the difference. Hitting sublight means that you will get out of the blast area, and the ship will blow up. If you hit it with the warp engines, you will get out of the blast area. The EDF forces that are coming in will not, because you're going to burn the fucking thing, because you will rip that ship in two with your warp engine.
I'll just do sublight them.
Yeah. Just had to check whether you were going to go sublight or warp.
I just didn't want to
Well,
rip our
Samara's
ship
not
apart as
piloting,
well,
so it's all
going
good.
too fast.
Literally, the EDF pilots are like, what? Telstar, you said that you could handle the situation. Why are you leaving at a fair old clip?
We've handled the situation. I suggest you turn around before you get destroyed in the blast.
Commander, the cruciform sword is ready to blow. We got about 2 clicks to get out of here, or we're going to be a whole load of mush. Hey, everyone, about face. And the cruciform sword blows up.
With an earth-shattering kaboom.
An earth-shattering kaboom, and because I'm not J.J. Abrams, there's not a great big ring
Of course.
thing happening, because, you know, I like
Ryan Reynolds. Does the impact happen before the sound? Right, not Ryan Reynolds. Ryan, the other one.
Oh, yeah. Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Or Ryan Johnson.
Yeah.
That's it.
I was going to say, because Aliens, that happened as well. You saw the you saw the light of the explosion of LV-426, and then the impact hit, and then you heard the explosion right after.
Or in episode 2 of Star Wars, it was a combination. Because you get this first explosion with no sound, and then you get the ring, and that would be a massive sound. So it was great in the cinema, though. Very loud.
I know. There was all good at cinema. The cruciform sword has been destroyed.
Hey.
Hooray.
You hear back from the judge. He's done a little. He's done a little checking, and he's worked with the sheriff for many years. However, in light of recent events, he has arrested the sheriff pending an investigation, and he's bringing in an outsider to do that investigation. He has asked that you send the list to him to make sure that the person that he brings in isn't on your list.
Actually, Judge, I've got a bigger mission for you, because you're senior enough to get this out to the senior officials of other planets. I actually very much appreciate you getting this list to everyone.
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am. Yes, I'll do that. No problem.
And we'll transmit the list.
Ah, yeah. Yes, I can see their yeah, I'll make sure all those boys get their balls in a sling. I'll make sure the right people hear about this list. No problem at all.
Are you saying you're going to buy them underwear? Balls in a sling. I don't get it.
I do like your home cooked humor. I like it.
Home cooked. I look back at the priest.
Speaking of, what are you going to do with the priest?
I'm still not sure what Joey wants me to do. He was quite upset at the torture, and then I fixed him, and he seemed more upset about the loss of Mustard. I'm just kind of ignoring the problem until I can read Joey a bit better.
Well, I think we're going to have to hand him over or dump him in space, aren't we? There's only two real options.
Let's just say after all this is over, I'm going to go back to Relara and have a bit of a rest and recuperation and have a think about whether it's worth working with either of you again in the future.
Oh, please don't leave us. This is what my ex-husband did.
Why do you keep comparing me to your ex-husband?
We've made
At
a lot
that
of
point,
money. We've
at
saved
that
people.
point, so you're handing off the father then, Father Valance.
That's what it sounded like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we either turn him over or dump him in space. It's one of the two. That's the two options, isn't it? Well, no,
Don't look at me. I'm not making a decision because I don't know what. I don't want to upset Joey anymore. I don't know what the right decision is.
No, the EDF is here. I suppose we should hand him over.
Yeah, go on, let's hand him over.
You are able to land back on Jalara. The ADF get permission to land and are able to get the priest. Are you handing over the PDA and the memory card from the phone?
Not without checking the list of his superior officers, making sure he's not on it.
Everyone here seems on the up and up.
Okay, but what about their superiors?
There is a superior, a Commander Decker.
Okay.
So
he needs to be removed. Commander Decker needs to be removed from your list. From your organization before we can hand over the full list because he's on the list.
Very well. Guy makes a call. 10 minutes, he comes back and says, Commander Decker has been removed.
And then we can give them the PDA and the phone SIM thing.
Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you.
Wait, business? Will we get paid?
Well, I can't promise anything specific, but I certainly can say that given your service here, you will no doubt receive some reward from the various governments with regards to, saving the various colonies and systems.
Right. It's just there's a small issue of the ship name.
Well, that's all right. What's the name of the ship?
Well, can't we just collect the money as the Telstar? Or does it?
It's going to go into some other person's account. It'll be transferred.
With cash?
Wanted? I can't remember. I don't think we're wanted, are we?
No.
No,
Oh,
we're
okay.
good. We're good. So our transponder was stolen, so we've been operating under the Telstar transponder because that's one we found in a junkyard.
Very well.
I say as I surreptitiously move the lever back over to Telstar. With the DHL.
The DHL. There you go. I mean, all I can give you is our immense thanks straight away, and I'm sure in the next few days you'll receive some sort of bonus and gratitude, perhaps even a medal, for your valiant service to the various systems in trying to stop an all-out war. Certainly, the diplomats who have been trying to sue for peace, with all this excitement going on, they will no doubt make their voices heard in making sure that you are properly compensated.
Certainly. Here's my bank details.
Thank you very much. When you get back on the ship, your transmitter is going crazy.
It was found in a junkyard.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, it's Davina.
Oh, Davina. Yes.
Where the hell have you been?
We've been mite busy.
Well, these packages aren't going to deliver themselves. Right, listen, I've got a major shipment here that's got to be done. I need my best ship. I know that you're in the area. You've got to come and get it, and deliver this bloody shipment. It's been sitting here for days. It needs delivered.
Okay, send us the details. We'll come and pick it up.
And I leave you with the fact that the terrible, important shipment that Davina is desperately trying to offload is a large container of condiments and other seasonings going to ESEF.
Wait, did our port stabilizer just fall off?
50 tons of mustard.
And at that point, I'm going to call a close to the session.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys, for playing in that and for putting up with the silly. I hope you all enjoyed that.
Thank you very much.
Thanks everyone who's been watching either live or later on. Hope you enjoyed it. I believe Phil is next up for running a game. We haven't quite decided which one it's going to be yet, but we will get back to you, and it will be Phil running it next time.
Yes.
Oh,
So in the meantime, everyone, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.